Hi, good morning. My name is Paul Lawrence. It's the 16th of July and I'm just trying to do my weekly video, which I promised I would do, and have it up online for 12:30. So, I've been thinking about what topic I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and I think, as life would have it, life puts stuff in the way and tells you what you need to do. So my topic for today is about how do we develop our boys into men. And that topic was chosen because tonight at 8 o'clock, I will be a guest on the Dotun Adebayo show, where that's exactly what we'll be discussing. We can't ignore anymore the results of what I would say are decades of poor parenting. I know when I say poor parenting, a lot of people get upset with me and they say, you know what, Paul, the children are affected by their peers, they're affected by their environment, they're affected by the politics, they're affected by all sorts of stuff. And I nod. And I say, yes, they are affected by all those things. But it was my understanding that it was a parent's job to prepare their children for the inevitable poor peer relationships, for the inevitable racism, for the inevitable economic crisis, for the inevitable whatevers. That was a parent's job. Now, I'm not saying that a single parent or a group of parents can get this perfectly right, but I think we're at the point where it's easy to agree that our parents, a growing number of our parents, are getting this wrong. So what can be done? I think the first thing that can be done is that each of you listening to this video, each of you, if you claim to be concerned about the development, and I'm talking specifically now about our young boys, but don't forget that in the long run, this certainly affects our young ladies. If you're serious about their development, then you need to act. One of the things that we're seemingly very, very good at in our community is we're good at talking. So the guys like me will be on Facebook, we'll wax lyrical, all we want to wax lyrical about, we should be doing better, the parents this and the parents that, and the society this and racism that. But what do? What do you do? What is it that you are doing actively to develop your community? And it's no point you say, well, you know what, my children are fine. As every parent who has lost a child to street crime will tell you, it wasn't their child, it's the other child. So we have to start to go back to this very basic stuff that we talked about, where it takes a village. If you don't protect other people's children by helping to develop them in the way that you claim you developed yours, then your child's a sitting duck because it sits right beside that child. So the first thing I'm asking you today is to start to take responsibility not just for your child, but for other children. That's the first thing. The second thing I'm saying is that we have to get past this thing that we're doing it by ourselves. I think, we're at the point where we can start to understand that doing it by ourselves is not working. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to recognize your surroundings. Ask yourself, do I have everything I need to properly develop my child? Now, I'm not saying you can't do it by yourself. I'm saying it's easier if you ask for help. And there are organizations out there who are dedicated. That's all they do to helping you develop your children. Organizations like the 100 Black Men of London have been running for 16 years. In other words, they are proven. We have young men and women who have gone through the courses, gone to uni and come back. So there's no longer this availability to say, we don't know how to contact them. We're out there. People are out there doing stuff. And you know what? I talk about the 100 because I've been a member. But there are other organizations that have been popping up over the years, led by men and women dedicated to helping you develop your young person. Why is this important? It's important because we talk about what we expect from our young people, but we don't often talk about how do they get to see what good looks like. We have to start standing up in front of our men and women, role models, people who are already doing what we think and what we say is what's required to navigate this world with all its hostilities. If we don't do that, then we have no right to be insisting that our young people do better, act better, progress. They need to know what good looks like. Our boys need to know this so that they can take it on. They can act in that way. They can behave in the way that they see productive, strong men. I was talking to a group of young men the other day and I was saying to them, I expect you to want bling. I expect you to want all the nice things. But I want you to understand how you can have those nice things without having to look over your shoulder. Our young men need to know that there are career prospects out there, there are jobs out there, there are things they can do for themselves which will make them have all the things that they desire. And they don't have to embark upon a 5-year career pushing drugs on the street or stabbing people, because guess what? It's a 5-year career. There are no OGs. They're all dead or in prison. And for our young ladies need a far better stock of young men to choose from. They need to be able to look and see and say, well, you know what? If I choose to choose a black man, I can choose one that's good. And I know what good looks like. They mustn't feel that their choices are limited. Our young people, forgetting anything more basic, but just our young people, they need to know what good looks like, what success looks like. And I don't care how you want to choose to define success. That's not what this video is about. What I want you to start doing is to demonstrate what good looks like to our young people. When we start to do that, then we can be able to say our young people have a template to work with. That's it from me this Sunday. Really, as I said, I hope you guys can join me and Dotun tonight at 8 o'clock on BBC Radio London, on DAB online, 94.9 for those of you who still use normal radios, because we're going to be discussing this very topic. How do you help a boy become a man? I'm going to spend most of the time trying to sneak in a little punch about my book, 101 Lessons I Taught My Son. It's available on Amazon if you're, outside of the UK and you want to download it. If you want to buy a hard copy, which you can probably get me to sign if you twist my arm, you can just go to 101lessons.co.uk and buy it, and it will be with you, pretty quickly. No, my book is not the authority on raising men, but I think it's a good starting point and a great point for discussions, and certainly the feedback I've gotten from people so far agrees with that. So you guys have a nice Sunday. I'll talk to you again next week Sunday at 12:30. Share this video, put it up on your wall if you so feel fit. I'm certainly going to put it into my YouTube channel. And anybody out there who wants to do topics similar to this, who would like a home for their videos beyond their page, let's get talking and let's start to build a little resource for our community. Because that's what we need. We need a community, not just individuals. My name is Paul Lawrence. Thank you.